describes a character who is pretty obviously black as being hated on because she is cold skinned, which pretty obviously means racism. That is kind of objectification of a black person. Speaking of that character, here's the old design. It reminds me a lot of blackface, which we all know is pretty racist. Luckily, she improved that design, so people change. We can hope that she changes better in the future, however. The next thing Lauren does that paints her as a racist, is this speed paint. As you can see, here's two black kids with a white kid dressed as a police officer. This is incredibly tone deaf, Lauren. One user in our comments even stated as such. Lauren says, "You missed the point. The artist can have several interpretations. You just chose the negative one. The point of the art is to remind everyone that we're all human. You all start as kids. We all look up to people. We all have backgrounds. We all have families. It's to remind that violence isn't good towards an innocent black person or an innocent cop, because we are all the same." Next, Lauren says, and I freaking quote, "In BLM, I don't like that movement. They've been burning down the communities for years. I'm aware of the problem of police brutality in the USA, but trashing your communities and looting black-owned businesses is not the way to go. Protesting is fine, violence is not, but kids aren't aware of it because they are blissfully ignorant." What the fuck, Lauren? Did you know that in most cases of violence and protests about police brutality, police are the ones starting the violence and brutalizing? Whoa! Big realization here. They once pepper sprayed an entire crowd. Someone with asthma died from that. An old man was returning a helmet to them. They slammed him to the ground, and he started bleeding from his ears. And the majority of looters are not with Black Lives Matter, but are actually people who are taking advantage of the chaos for their own gain. And you think kids aren't aware of it? They certainly are, especially in that photo where shit is on fire. One cannot ignore their own skin, Lauren. Who? The lesser known aspect of Lauren is she sometimes harasses young artists. In this example, she is commenting on a Flip-It clip and asking if it's a joke. I don't know the full context of this, however, mostly young animators use Flip-It clips, so she is probably bullying a child and is likely aware of that. Yikes. She also was following another animator who was making vent videos. Lauren chose to comment, "Oh great, you're turning into one of those edgy depression channels." First of all, not the best thing to say to someone going through hard times, and second of all, you don't have room to judge with your knockout horrible style posting shitty ass horror videos every like 2 seconds. The only horror about all that is people who are throwing up and you can't even draw it that well. What a beautiful day for you to die. It's a drama, but luckily for me, I was able to find a copy of it on Twitter. Because she repeats herself so much, I'll be skipping over some parts. I made a video. It was a speed paint, and it was relating to the riots that have been happening. This art was supposed to just send a message about how kids should be happy, and I don't like explaining about art, but it was just to give a really bad time something more innocent and wholesome, and try and ignore the bad undertones. And I know that sounds bad, but looking at all this bad stuff isn't healthy, especially with all the killings, looting, rioting, all the chaos. It isn't good, and that's just my opinion. This art wasn't meant to be insensitive. I don't see how your art is that wholesome, Lauren. You like to pretend to be a horror artist, and once you finally make real horror art, bunch of other phobias that I don't know, just even a pedo. It's ridiculous, man. I believe there's only two genders. That's just what I believe. And everyone goes crazy. I don't understand. And they tried to make it I was racist just because I was criticising Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter have been doing some bad to their community. They have been rioting, looting, ruining black-owned businesses. I agree with top left. Her art is pretty stupid. And top right, someone points out her obsession with puking. They have to agree that repeating aspects of her art is incredibly weird. And about the homophobic literature is evidence! Being against pride parades is decently homophobic, and you are against the celebration being recognized by people who are used to being oppressed. Bottom right, though, come on, we're better than that!
Oh, goodness, I'm so sorry. It's just that I'm allergic to
bullshit.
The Lauren claims to be trans ally, and we'll get back to that later in like 30 seconds. He made several comics to transpose stereotypes in them. Sorry, the comics are stuck together. I couldn't find them any other way. The first comic is a straw man. I highly doubt any trans woman would suggest that as it might make them very euphoric. A trans woman would probably want to do it in their own home. But when I point this out, they just try and twist it. I've said it before. My intention wasn't to be insensitive. It's just an art piece. People have been trying to use my opinions against me and trying to twist it, exaggerate it. People have been trying to use my opinions against me. Well, freedom of speech, dude. Human rights should not be something to form an opinion on. Everyone deserves rights. Also, we didn't twist or exaggerate shit.
Care what race you am, what sex you am, whatever, I don't care, I'll just make a joke about you. It's funny, to me at least, and humour is subjective.
I've never seen you make a joke at white people's expense or cis men. You're purely making jokes about people whose society does not like. Trans people, non-binary people, ECT. Humor is subjective as you said, Lauren, but your jokes aren't that funny, except for neckbeards on T_D, who ran all the day about hating the libs. But yeah, I just wanted to clarify all this because some of you were confused in the comments on my last video because there's so many people just taking my art the wrong way. We didn't take your art the wrong way. You stated directly in the comments afterwards what you meant. And that clarification, explaining what you meant, people did not take it well. Trying to make me out to be an evil human being when I'm just someone who likes drawing art, okay? I just like doing my own thing. Don't act like you're just a girl trying to make art and then get into politics and try to invalidate people. I'll be fine with anyone as long as they're fine with me. Don't care what you identify as. But anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Just forget about it now. It's just silly, honestly. I just find it silly. I'm an adult. I don't need to deal with all these teenagers going on about how I'm a phobic pee poo poo. But anyway, it's on a plus note. It's my birthday on the 16th of June. Hooray! This is a very ideal birthday present. Anyway, I'll go back to my regular content. Don't make a video about this. Just leave it. Okay, bye. You have the audacity to say you don't care people's identities, but you went out of your way to say you only believe in two genders. Even in this video, you stated that the belief there are only two genders shouldn't be controversial. You're right, Lauren. You're an adult. Start acting like one. All right, let's get into the funny part. Lauren's Twitter response. Here's her admitting that she's just pandering to people after this comment that non-binary people are real and she supports BLM. Obviously, we can tell she was being sarcastic in the first tweet. However, yeah. All right, now that it's